Here's a new hybrid model from Kia. It's called the Niro, and Kia says it's an unhybrid. Its to-do list includes bringing an all-hybrid model into the brand's product portfolio and hopefully giving the Toyota Prius a run for its money. Let's take a look. The first thing you notice is that the Niro looks normal. No weird shapes, no strange accenting. The Prius looks like the love child of a sci-fi spaceship and a cyborg grasshopper. The Niro, well, it just looks like a regular little crossover or wagon. It's not looks that sell hybrid cars mostly, and with the Prius offering the expertise of over 1 million Toyota hybrids sold and the backing of the undisputed world leader in hybrid cars, buying one is a no-brainer for many shoppers regardless of the appearance. So, how does the fresh, new, and unproven Niro stack up against the latest generation of the world's most popular hybrid? Well, the first thing that grabs you is that really, other than a few badges, you'd never really know this was a hybrid at all. It looks conventional. You've got a flexible cargo hold back here with an underfloor divider and lots of room. The battery doesn't chew up cargo space, meaning plenty of room for a $300 Costco run. And the cabin, well, it's normal too. Typical Kia, upscale design, mostly the right materials in the right places, and it feels and looks a little bit richer than the price tag suggests. Everything in here is what you expect and where you expect it to be, even right down to the completely normal gear shifter that flies in the face of the Prius's little electronic gear selector joystick. Space and functionality, headroom is more than adequate in front or rear seats. Those sitting in back have ample room if they're average in size, and entry and exit are a cinch thanks to the wide opening doors. Look for lots of nearby storage and charging ports and covered compartments which help keep you organized and powered up on the go. Climate-controlled seats and a heated steering wheel were a nice touch, and the Niro's central command interface is better looking, easier to use, and more logical than the one you'll find in the Prius. And you get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay too, which is an advantage since Toyota's not offering either of those systems yet. The tester's upsized wheels and a fairly taut suspension mean this one is a little bit on the stiffer side of comfortable, a measure more responsive and agile than something softer, but I'd recommend you test drive one on the roughest road you could find to be sure you're okay with the ride quality there. If you like something that feels a little sportier, this'll do ya, but the Prius, for where and how I drive, did feel more refined and composed on rougher roads. Power comes from a 1.6-liter direct-injected 4-cylinder that's teamed up with a 32-kilowatt electric motor, which is powered by that battery under the rear seat, and that's recharged by a motor generator assembly attached to the engine. Now this all comes together inside of a 6-speed dual-clutch Sportmatic transmission, and you get a total output of 139 horsepower and the better part of 200 pounds of torque. That's a good advantage over the Prius. In both specs, though, the Niro is a little bit heavier. Like the Prius, you have to dig deep to tell the Niro is even a hybrid at all, since modern hybrid drivelines are so good now and so smooth and refined and quiet that you hardly notice them. If you're not looking at the high-tech instrument readout that displays what the driveline is up to, and if you're not paying attention to the discrete coming and going of certain noises as the gas and electric systems kick in and out, you'd hardly notice anything different from driving anything else. Except for the brakes, which, as hybrids tend to, feel sort of vague and strange and might require a little getting used to. Performance is all there. She shuts down from speed fast when needed. Just stomp that numb-feeling brake pedal and Niro gets stationary right now. You feel nicely backed up when you've got to stop in a hurry. Performance, well, most of the time the throttle is lazy and soft. This helps you to drive economically to save fuel. You've got to use the sport mode for full power, and when you do, it goes along nicely, isn't too loud, and notably, the instant torque from the electric motors means there's an instantaneousness to throttle inputs. The Prius is a little more refined and quiet a little more of the time. The Niro can sound a little harsher and less happy about being pushed, though both machines perform comparably to anything else in their size or pricing ballpark. Other notes, note that the Prius's LED headlights are fantastic and blow the Niro out of the water where illumination performance is concerned, but to me it's the Niro that has the superior transmission, using a dual clutch unit instead of a continually variable transmission or CVT, which means it actually shifts gears and contributes to an even more conventional driving experience. Gripes: the backup camera is low resolution and I wish it had a wider angle to help me see more of my rearward surroundings. Further, mileage failed to impress on my watch, probably mostly because the tester wasn't broken in yet. End of the day, here's another hybrid that might just change your mind if you figure that a hybrid isn't for you, and especially if you want your hybrid to look, inside and out, very much on the normal side. With space to spare, an upscale cabin, and the promise of good fuel mileage, this one's worthy of your consideration. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe so you never miss a new video from the team here at WheelScene, and remember to get in touch on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram by leaving a comment below or at wheelscene.com.